Understanding the self. Group 3.
Good day, I'm Eliza May Litehio, your reporter for today, and we are the Group 3, and welcome to the last modules and lesson. So now, we have here the learning outcomes that the learners are expected to describe the characteristics of one who has reached. It speaks of personal, social, emotional, and spiritual development. Lastly, learners must apply the different ways toward achieving the peak of one's development and also draw up plans and steps in your quest to be the best that you can be. When we are talking about the best of you, this means that we have a different sides that we are showing to people. Some are good, but sometimes it is bad, or most of the time it is worst side. And of course, the best side of us is the most vital things to show to people. We gave something that we have, or sometimes the best of ours is the best thing that we can give to others. Being an independent person is one of the traits that we Filipinos really love to alter. Being free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Independence begins at birth and continues through the lifespan. Volunteerism is also a part of being the best of me, or the best of a person, because when it comes to volunteer or helping others to find out the task that they are encountering, where they find it difficult, is one of our traits as a Filipino. And being sociable as well is one of the best of us as a person. Yeah, you're willing to talk and be friendly with others. Being more relaxed, sociable, and not so moody is the optimum way to gather friendships. So, these examples are one of the best that we really love to show to people. So now let's proceed to the lesson number 7, which is the goal setting and success. So success is defined as a state of accomplishment resulting from an endeavor, like we're doing our best to achieve our goals just to meet the success. However, according to King 2004, that success is relative and the term means different things to various people. Thus, success means having a material possession like a car or a house. As what I have said earlier, that success for us is to achieve our goal, but the King 2004 is a little bit different. On the hand, some people think that success is having a good family life, a happy home, a feeling of contentment or ease, or always being loved. King further believes that success means not only being able to achieve or fulfilling one's goals, but also having a positive feelings of happiness, joy, peace of mind, self-respect, greatness, and freedom from worry, anxiety, guilt, or failure. A personal mission statement presents one's personal philosophy or beliefs that states his or her objectives in life and how he or she want to accomplish them. First, mental or emotional success. As we all know, emotional success is that having a good positive relationship to yourself and to others. In addition, we can also feel the emotional success if we are doing the process mentally towards success. So if you achieve the boundary of success, you will feel the emotion in it, like you are happy enough and satisfied by doing your best. Second, we have spiritual success. For me, it talks about our character and integrity and who we are as a person. When we say being successful and spiritual, it is empowered by the Spirit of God. believing Him with all of our heart. But for me, real success in spiritual is that obeying God's words that are written in the Bible. Number 3, personal success. It is all about what you get in your life through your own efforts. Having a professional job, having a car that you will call your own, a house where you choose to live. On the other hand, personal success may include the ability to travel, interpersonal relationships, a business trip, and other factors that have little to do with professional success. 4, a career success. Career success is a combination of achieving a reasonable level of financial stability while doing work you enjoy and then finding that you are also happy and fulfilled with your life and career choices as well. Financial success. My understanding about financial success is that when you are financially stable, when you can buy all those things that you wanted. Furthermore, if you want to be successful financially, you need to work hard and set a goal for you to achieve the said financial success. And I do believe that prosperity is the state of success. Number 6, social success. For me, when you want to achieve this social success, you need to be yourself, be dependable to others, and be helpful. Just don't think or care for yourself. Learn to care for others. Learn to appreciate small things and especially who surrounds you. Lastly, the number 7, a family success. My understanding about this is that a strong family that has a care for each other, have a good communication, having trust for each other, discipline, quality time. A successful family includes a happy home. According to King 2004, here are the guidelines or the 7 guidelines in setting specific goals. First, we have to know the time frame of your goals. Second, set expressive goals. Third, we have to prioritize our goals. 4, base your goals on performance, not just outcomes. And set specific goals. 6, make your goals realistic. Lastly, think beyond your goals. And here are the advices of pursuing one's goal of a motivational author, which is William Gratian 2005. First, have a clear purpose. Second, be totally committed. Third, reiterate your goals. Fourth, you need to write down your goals. 5, record your achievement. 6, create a well-defined plan. 7, work on your goal step by step, day by day. And lastly, we have to review and evaluate. And these are the following guidelines for you to develop a positive attitude towards learning. First, we have here, always be teachable. Second, self-development, not self-fulfillment. Third, be a consistent learner. And lastly, you have to develop a plan for growth. And these 4 guidelines help us to develop our positive attitudes towards learning. Focus can also help us to have a positive attitude. Goal setting is not just about reaching one's destination. It is also implies going for another goal after one has been achieved. Never stop learning, so you will keep growing. Let's jump into our next lesson, which is lesson 8, the failure. At some point of your life, you may experience failure. It is the inability to achieve one's goals. It is said that an experience of failure makes one stronger, provided that he or she knows how to apply the lessons gained from that episode. And according to King 2004, guidelines on how to deal with failure gracefully. First, zero in on failure. Separate the concepts of failing at a task and failing as a person. One person might consider a failure what another person considered a success, particularly in cases of direct competition or a zero-sum game. Number 2, find out where you exactly went wrong. Example, this is when other person says, I am not mad at you. Or you says, do you not know what I did wrong? However, on its own, what I did wrong would be incorrect and what did I do wrong becomes the correct.
So let's jump into our next number, which is number 3. Change your attitude or mindset towards failure. We must change our perspective towards failure. Failure isn't the end of everything. We must see it in a good way and let it stand as a reminder to us that the actions we have taken are not enough or sufficient for us to achieve our set goals. And let it stand as a motivation for us to strengthen actions that become the hindrances in reaching our goals. Number 4, come up with a failure strategy. Each of us feels failure like a crash, but in reality, it's our opportunity to become stronger and stand as a reminder for us to learn new strategies for dealing with failures, like being prepared, re-evaluating what situations we are in, and not making emotional decisions as it could lead us into more serious situations. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. In times like that, we were not in our proper consciousness as our emotions were controlling us. So we have to be wise to come up to a strategy. Number 5, look for good alternatives to what you are doing. We must seek out positive alternatives to what we are doing, rather than the potential for negative consequences. For example, we must consider whether there are things we must do along to achieving our goals, such as finishing school. In order to graduate, we may face setbacks, regret, and difficulties along the road. But we are confident that all we accomplish now will take us to graduation. We must think in this manner because we must first strive before we can achieve our objectives or feel high. So number 6, make effective decisions to avoid repeating the same mistakes. Accept that mistakes are part of our life, and that we must learn to recognize what we are doing well, as well as accept things and make mistakes as a teacher who teaches us not to make the same mistakes. We must not allow history to become a mistake, and we must be teachable and knowledgeable enough to avoid making the same mistakes which will obstruct our ability to grow as individuals. Number 7, visualize the effects of your decision. Before putting our selection into action, we must imagine the possible outcomes of our choices in order to consider any preparations as a countermeasure to the potential consequences of our choices. And these are the 7 guidelines on how to deal with failure gracefully by Key 2004. And welcome to our last lesson, which is lesson 9, entitled The Need for Spirituality. The need for spirituality is mostly refers to an individual practice related to a sense of purpose. It is also associated with the process of developing beliefs around the meaning of life. Faith is a firm belief or conviction not based on external evidence proof. It is confidence on what you do not see, not what you do. According to Key 2004 Immigration Data Company, they have laid out some guidelines for spiritual success. The first one is minimize materialistic thoughts. The things you own end up owning by talent. Having more items does not make individuals happier after they reach a certain level of value. However, in a consumerist society, it can be difficult to recognize this truth. That is why we must not allow ourselves to get enslaved to worldly positions and impose constraints on them. Second, generate peaceful, serene thoughts. We must set aside time for ourselves to unwind and develop tranquil thoughts, such as through practicing meditation for our personal well-being or by visiting peaceful locations such as in nature or any other location where we feel at ease in order to develop peaceful ideas. Third, Faith is spiritual. Spiritual is defined as the acknowledgement of a feeling, a sense or a belief that there is something bigger than myself or than ourselves, that there is more to being human than sensory experience, and that a greater whole of which we are a part of cosmic or infinite nature. The ability to open one's heart is a necessary component of authentic spirituality. We perceive being spiritual and performing good deeds as an image of being spiritual and good actions as we are Lord of Christianity. Number 4, face reality with faith. Faith isn't about escaping life hard realities, but retiring into a spiritual realm. Faith forces you to face the hard realities of life, and it is for this reason that we must face reality with trust, knowing that whatever comes our way, God will never send it to us if we are not capable of surpassing it. It will strengthen us, urge us to tackle the challenges that lie ahead, and prepare us to handle more difficult situations. 5th, live for a higher purpose. To believe in a higher purpose in life, you must think that you have a role to play in the world that is greater than your own. That you may not own the luxuries that other people lost of, but we all know that every one of us serves a unique function in our life. Number 6, find a spiritual role. People who are fruitful and proud of themselves, who bring light into the world, I believe, are the ideal role models for us. Number 7, think a spiritual world as battle between good and evil. Both good and evil are seen as part of an antagonistic dualism that must be transcended by obtaining youth, which means emptiness, in the sense of acknowledging that good and evil are opposing principles but not realities, emptying the duality and establishing oneness. 8. Realize that your presence or influence will outlast your life. Showing love, caring, and assisting others, as well as bringing enjoyment to others, in my opinion, counts as something that will outlive our lives and will serve as a wake-up call that we can do better in the world. It may also be the most valuable present we can give to the future and have the opportunity to share with others. Number 9, emphasize rejoicing in life rather than surviving. We must continually seek happiness and pleasure in whatever enjoyment makes our lives easier to bear, rather than struggling to survive every day. We should constantly be happy and enjoy what life has to offer. The last number, which is number 10, read inspiring literature. There are various internal and external elements that keep us motivated to continue living, but reading is the best method to keep ourselves inspired and motivated to work more for our own well-being, the well-being of others around us.
Summary: the module dealt largely with description of successful persons, as well as suggestions on how to achieve one's goals. It has also presented many guidelines and suggestions on how to become a happy and fulfilled person. One's talents, skills, competencies, and opportunities should be put to good use by serving more of others and less of the self. More importantly, the ultimate indicator of success and self-actualization of an individual is his or her expressed and shared goal of transforming others, people, in the society as a whole. Thank you for watching, and keep safe.